find him in his reading chair. When he looks up and sees I'm there, he stands in wonder.
We're going to be looking at the song Where You Belong, where we enter a memory that Oliver is having of his life with his owner, James. Let's step back in time.
It starts as a projected future for Oliver. He's saying, this is what's going to happen when I get there. And then it kind of seamlessly becomes a maybe memory.
Is he being 100% honest with himself? How much nostalgia is infusing this? And so the space is kind of like deliberately really lush. It's all trees, it's a forest, in the sharpest possible contrast to the space in which we have seen Oliver and Claire in so far.
We're exploring naturalism, the sort of sepia glow, the sort of natural warm light. And I think up until this point, we've been depriving the audience of these things.
Now light the fire, dear Oliver. How I admire that Oliver know-how. And as you work, keep in mind, this is where you belong.
This number introduces to the audience this donut revolve. We've always moved horizontally and vertically, and it's all in these cubic boxes. And now we're sort of like rotating around, and that kind of felt so right for this number.
The world that he's recollecting is kind of coming into the reality before him and before the audience. This memory of James is the most ideal version of who James is.
It's the prism through which Oliver processes the world around him.
Further on in the show, you see who James really was and how it wasn't always like that.
Time can't erase, dear Oliver, that view the place here, Oliver, always. You have a home and a friend. This is where you belong. This is where you belong.
This scene has to have enough emotional weight that Claire takes him somewhat seriously and feels some connection to him, that when he really opens up about his feelings about James, you're sort of convinced by it.
But at the same time, in Claire's perspective, it's slightly disturbing because Claire knows the reality.
There's really a whole emotional arc to the staging where it kind of breaks down at the end and then he returns to his room in this incredibly magical moment.
Watching it realized fully, it was just, mind-blowing.
The way the iris is moving, the way that the scenery is turning, it is moving like a ballet of sorts. Putting Oliver at the center of that and letting the world kind of move around him shows how both insignificant and kind of special he is within it.
La 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 la